Right across the country, affordable lenders are giving a helping hand to those wanting to change their lives.
Yeah, and with wisdom
In
around
Cheltenham in Gloucestershire, an ethical loan has helped put the icing on the cake for 32-year-old Pia's business.
I love making cakes and being in the cake world, especially the wedding industry. It's such an honour to be part of their special day.
Pia is the owner of the Vanilla Pod Bakery, an award-winning artisan cake business that's been providing special occasions with their bakes since she was just 22.
Maybe if we get that side, because every other side is flush apart from this side. This is, I suppose, the hub of where it takes place at the moment, and it's fantastic because it's a great space that we can grow into.
For Pia, setting up and running a successful business has been a particularly remarkable achievement, as she has spent years living with a debilitating illness.
So when I was 13, I got diagnosed with having ME. But ME is basically where you're extremely fatigued, you have muscle ache. It's just a really debilitating illness. I got it through having the flu. I was bedridden for about a year and it hurt to walk. Even having my mum hug me hurt. And even walking 5 minutes down the road would take me about 20 minutes and be so painful.
But her illness didn't stop her determination to succeed.
From then, I suppose I've always had various different business ideas that have definitely helped keep my inner strength and keep me really positive and wanting to move forward. I don't want an obstacle to stand in my way. I always think there's a solution around it. And having ME, one of the things I always used to say was, I'll still get there, but I might just have to go down a wiggly path.
It was while at university, Pia found a passion for baking and a flair for business. She won £3,000 in a competition, which enabled her to set up a cupcake company.
So I used to run it from my student flat. I did my first market stall in a tiny event, and I sold out of cupcakes. I was absolutely thrilled. I needed money to buy a car, because at that time I was having to either deliver on a bus or walking or getting my friends to help me or borrowing my mum's car.
Pia needed £5,000 to get her own vehicle. She turned to the Fredericks Foundation for help, an affordable finance company that helps people in business who have been turned down for mainstream lending.
Pia!
I tried a bank and they wouldn't give me a loan. I was really young and I'd just come out of university. The recession, I think, had just started at this point. And the banks were like, no, we don't want to lend to you. You're too risky.
We're always interested in supporting people like Pia, people that have a great idea, have the drive and the passion. And Pia kind of presented both as relatively inexperienced when she wanted to start her business, but also with some health problems. And so our team of panellists had to decide whether they believed in both the business plan and in Pia as a human being. And critically, they looked each other in the eye and really understood that this was a business that was going to go somewhere.
Fredericks gave Pia the money she needed, which paid for a car, as well as marketing to get her business heard.
Fredericks Foundation, you've given us a solid business plan and you look like you have an understanding of what you want to do and we'll support you.
Great. Oh, wow, look at this.
Yeah.
This is your new kitchen.
It is,
amazing.
Yes. This is Vanilla Pod, so welcome.
Very industrious.
Oh, thank you.
It smells amazing.
Thank you, yeah.
Today, the Fredericks Foundation CEO Duncan has come to visit Pia to see what that early loan has helped create.
This is Lucy making a raspberry and white chocolate cake.
Okay.
Dee is currently making a raspberry and lemon cake. And Ruth is syrupping and levelling cakes.
Pia really convinced both our loan officer and our volunteer panel, which is a bit like Dragon's Den, that this is the right person to back, and that not only did Pia have a good grasp of the business that she was wanting to start, but actually that she could sell it, that she could sell a cake, that she could let people know that it existed.
And actually, we have some cupcakes over here.
Ah, so you still do the cupcakes?
Yeah, so these are our bite-sized cupcakes.
Yep.
These are actually vegan cupcakes.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Sort of as the business has grown, we've upsized our
So here's
cake.
the cake. Reputation must be spreading now.
Yeah. I mean, we've been in business for almost 10 years.
Yeah. And how is business at the minute?
It's really good. I mean, previously to this, I was working from my flat.
Oh, really?
And
like a cottage industry, really.
Yeah, and it's just got bigger and bigger, and there was no room, so we had to move.
Now, look at you.
Yeah,
Incredible.
and
You must be so proud.
I am, and a lot of it's down to, the support I've had over the years.
I think it's because you make great cakes, I think. Don't think I've ever told you, but I buy your Christmas cakes.
Do you?
Yeah, we do. And but my mum and my mother-in-law both make Christmas cakes.
Yeah.
We do a blind testing to see whose is nicest.
Okay.
And you won last year.
Oh, yes.
And that's saying something against my mum and mother-in-law.
Oh, fantastic.
Pia has now conquered her ME, and the bakery has continued to rise with a talented trio of bakers.
A lollipop stick. Thank you, Dee. This is Dee, my right-hand woman. Dee's been with me for about 2 years now.
Previously, me and Pia were working at home, from home. Now we've got the premises. It's much more sociable atmosphere with a whole team of us instead of just lonely in my house. It's really exciting.
They've won a national award, as well as seeing Pia represent her county's business achievements at Buckingham Palace.
So that was a complete wow moment. I've always wanted to go to Buckingham Palace. Like, everyone was a lot older than me, and I was like the only female business owner. I was like, how am I here? This is so bizarre. But yeah, we met the Duke of York, and it was fantastic, and I gave him some cupcakes. So I like to think he's eaten them.
The cupcakes that launched their business 10 years ago are still a hit with their customers at home in Cheltenham.
I was looking for Mother's Day cupcakes for my mum and my nan. Where I live, there wasn't really anything locally. Really, really nice, and my mum and nan really enjoyed them.
I don't think I ever would have expected to be where I am now, especially if I think back to when I was 13. I think it was quite, oh my God, I'm going to start crying. It's quite emotional going to think how far I've come, and yeah, it's good. Really, really exciting. I'm so positive about my business now, and I absolutely love it. And I wouldn't really be here if it wasn't for Fredericks Foundation and all the people that have supported me along the way. And we have come really, really far, and it's really exciting to see how far we're going to go in the future.